Yo, what is going on YouTube? It is Dylan. We are back here with another scheme. Today we're going to be going super off meta. We are in the Arizona Cardinals playbook and the formation is going to be Y trips week. Now before we get into all my favorite plays and how I like to set everything up, if you are new to the channel, you enjoy this content, make sure to go ahead and leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you are new. My end of year goal is to hit 10K subscribers. We are creeping up on 3K, so I would greatly appreciate it. Like I said, if you are new, you hit that sub button. Now, I don't know about y'all, but first thing I just want to say is the meta right now are just bunch and wide. It's a little bit stale for me. I'm not going to lie to you. I always like to be a little bit different, and I'm pretty much going to run this gun wide trips week, kind of how I ran U trips last year, and I'll explain with some of the plays how I think they're pretty similar in a lot of circumstances. But if there was a full gun wide trips week, like, I mean, it had every single play and one, it would be so good, because there's a play in Detroit Lions that I was kind of between both of those for which one I was going to choose, but I went with Cardinals because there's just a lot more plays in the entire playbook. This is something for sure I'm going to be updating. I don't see myself leaving this playbook. It just is a lot of fun. So the plays we're going to be going over today, we're going to go over this RPO base that I like, Y cross, curl combo, Y corner, weak flood, mesh, can do a little bit out of shallow cross, so I'll go ahead and mention that, vert and slot fade. So in total we're gonna have 9 plays that we could come out in, but there's gonna be a lot more setups for each one. Before we do run a play, I'll kind of go ahead and tell you what I think is important in this offense. It'd be really nice to have how route master. You don't really need it though for what I'm about to do now, because this is my ultimate team offense and there isn't how route master, so I mean, you gotta make it work right now. So what I do think is 100% necessary and needed right here in this position right here where Chris Godwin is in the slot, I really recommend a slot apprentice. For some of the plays we're gonna do, we're gonna need it. Backfield mismatch, backfield master is also really nice to have in MUT too. It just, I like going to my running backs a lot for some man coverage. Love that ability. Now, everything else is really up to you. I'll tell you what I'm running. So for my 2 guards right here, I have post up on them just to give them a little bit of a boost. I also have a tight end apprentice, which you really don't need, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm actually thinking about taking it off because every single route that I'd want on my tight end, we can come out in a different play with. So you don't need tight end apprentice. Have like short end or matchup nightmare, depending if you have like a big physical wide receiver like Brandon Marshall, I put matchup nightmare on him. But if you can't get matchup nightmare for 1 AP, just put short in or short out on these 2 guys right here. And then for the quarterback, I'm going different with the quarterback too. I'm not using Daniel Jones, I'm using Vince Young. I have escape artist, quick draw, and roaming deadeye on him. And that is all my abilities for offense. We're going to play something that a lot of people asked me in my trip side in video was what my audibles were. I like having Y corner, the base run, weak flood, and mesh for my audibles. Now, first thing we're going to talk about though is my favorite run, which is this base alert lookie. I feel like outside zone, inside zone, y'all pretty much get that. But now something to note about this run, it's actually pretty good, okay? So right here we're going to be going up against like a cover 4 and we're just going to shade underneath, okay? You can see to the right here, we have this little like smoke screen combo. Now I rarely ever go to this. The only time I would go to this is if they run commit. I'm not too big of a fan of this, and here's why, okay? So on defense, like I said, we're in this cover 4 shaded underneath. You would think this slot wide receiver Godwin would go right towards what's it called, this slot CB. We'll even ID him as the mic, but you're gonna see this time he goes to like the outside quarter, and we're just asking to get picked if they literally just shade underneath. Now, if they don't shade underneath, you could get away with throwing it. Like right here, we'll go ahead, shade over top, and put those people in curl flats. And you're gonna see like, hey, we can actually throw it this time and get like what, 2 yards again. I don't really like that. But what I do like is first is man coverage, okay? Specifically, Mike Evans is the person that I'm looking at when I see man coverage. Having an ability like short out elite where Mike Evans is can go ahead and lead to him winning this route like instantly. Like right here, he's not going to win instantly, but you're going to see if we see it's man coverage, we could really throw it. That's just a Madden 22 throw. Welcome to Madden 22. I just really like this run, like period. Like it's just a pretty solid run. Order of the playbook, Y cross is something where, again, I like the trips on the wide side of the field. We're going to be showing up against like a cover 2, cover 3 as well, and then match coverage. So with Y cross, the route I really like is the tight end on the crosser. Like we go ahead and just pay attention to his depth right here. You see he pretty much ends at like the 40-yard line. If we put him on like a high route master crosser, it's basically the same. So you get a high route master crosser, and just with other plays in the playbook, you get a tight end post. You also get a tight end corner too, which again is why I'm kind of like, why do I need tight end apprentice in this offense? But right here, the tight end crosser, I really like this play. I really like to do something as simple as put a triangle right here on a little baby out route, and then motion over Godwin on a drag. Like you can put him on drag right here and motion him over. Now versus quarters, it's pretty much, now this play right here is pretty much just like a flood concept to the left side of the field. And you'll see first like quarters, we had 3 routes open. I'm going to show it in the instant replay. And this is again first cover 4, and we motion this drag over to eventually like get this route right here open. Like first cover 4, I wouldn't really throw that. This is pretty much just to go ahead and attack the middle of the field in kind of a weird way. And then on the other side, you'll see the tight end. You can throw this 100%. You have your your running back on a flat open. You also have your drag open right here, which we did throw. Going up against man coverage, I'm just going to show it up against man, cover 3, cover 2. And I want to show where this route right here is useful. So you see Gilmore has his X, and versus Stephon Gilmore, you're not going to be able to throw this route with man coverage. But if it wasn't Stephon Gilmore, I'm going to show you an instant replay. Like right here, we'll probably just take a sack. I just want to show you like pretty much what I'm looking at. And we'll just throw the ball away real quick and just show you that, hey, it beats man too. So right here, you're going to see we pretty much have these same exact routes open. First man, we got our running back. We got this motioned over drag. We also got our tight end open on the crosser. Now right here, you see how Stephon Gilmore kind of like blankets him. It's because of one step ahead. Now, if you notice, like Stephon Gilmore is actually behind him. Like they can shade certain ways, and he could end up behind Antonio Brown, like right here, like on his back. You can lowball that and treat it like a lowball curl. Now we're actually getting into like straight up zone coverage now, no man, no match. And we want to go ahead and again, we'll take a sack if we have to. I want all the routes to develop and pretty much show you, hey, like the same things are getting open. Now right here is something that I really like a lot. Like you could go ahead and I want you to pay attention how this route right here, what it does to this curl flat. It pretty much just goes ahead, it pretty much just takes this curl flat completely out the play, so it opens up the underneath right here. Something pretty interesting versus like a Tampa 2 cover 2 with the vert hook. You can actually throw the B route pretty early as long as he doesn't get absolutely jammed the piss right there. But right there, you see how that's open right there, and Acrobat just almost just dove like 50 feet. But I just want to show this right here in instant replay. You're gonna see right here, like he just gets absolutely jammed the piss with the cover 2, but that's open right there. That's for sure. Like that would be called an ultimate team, whatever. I mean, Stephon Gilmore wanted to play that really, really bad. But other routes we have open, we'll have our drag late. We also on the other side of the field have our running back, and eventually if we wanted to sit in the pocket for a little bit, the tight end would get open because the corner would go ahead and come down on him. And that's pretty much it for all like the stock coverages. Other things I like to do with this play is treat it like pretty much other plays I would run too. I like to hitch R1 sometimes and put a circle right here on a little zig, and then it's pretty much very similar to a play we'll cover later. You can also go ahead and slant Mike Evans too if you want to run it like this. Now the only difference with a play we'll cover later is the tight end is on a post, but if you want the crosser, it's again the same exact thing. Pretty much serves the same purpose. Crosser just goes ahead. I don't want to say it's a little bit better first man coverage, but it pretty much does the exact same thing. So this right here is a very good play too. We'll cover it later though with a post. Step right here, we're going to show it up against a double Mabel. I just want to go ahead and show like why I really like this B route. And it's pretty much, again, first a double Mabel. Now, I'm not going to go ahead and put this guy right here in a curl flat because versus a cover 3 earlier, you pretty much saw like, hey, it went ahead and just absolutely bagged its whole away. Without having zone drops in practice mode, I can't really show like a good representation of like a 5-yard curl flat. So I'm just going to put him on a hard flat, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side right here. Put him in a hard flat like this. So we're pretty much, play art's a little glitch, but yeah. We're pretty much going to do the same exact thing this time. I want to just show like, hey, the B route is pretty good. And right there it gets absolutely jammed to hell, but right there you see pretty good at attacking the middle of the field. Next up, we got curl combo right here. Again, this is where it gets very similar to U-trips and how I like to run U-trips. We're going to go ahead and put our running back on a baby out route, our tight end on an out route as well, pretty much like this. And then with R1, you can put them on a crosser, or you could put them on a post. I'm really undecided which one I like better. I like the spacing a little bit more of the crosser. The only thing is you can't really throw it late. But right here, this is just really like a curl flat concept. And actually, instead of putting the tight end on out route, we're going to put him on a little flat like this. And we're just going to go ahead and snap the ball. This time it is first cover 4. And you're going to see we have both our curls open on low balls. I just got to throw out a sack. You'll see right here, boom, this curl is open. And on the other side of the field, that curl as well is open. Now it's going to be like this pretty much first every single coverage. First man, the same exact thing will happen. First cover 3, it's a little bit different. I would say it's a little bit different. So right here, we're going to do the same exact thing we did in the previous play. So right here, we're going to do the same exact thing we did in the previous play. This time, we're just going to go up against a cover 3. You're going to see right here, the curl flats get a little bit baity. I'm just going to throw the ball away. It's just, if you see like a stock cover 3, you need to hit the flats because the curl flats will go ahead and go on the curl a little bit late. Like right here, you'll see like this curl flat, you could throw it right here for sure, but this curl flat gets a little bit baity and then comes like right by it. And if he has acrobat, he might be able to jump through you and make this play. But the flats on both sides of the field are going to be open right here. And on the other side, you'll see like the curl flat, the curl is like really never open on this side of the field. And then the crosser, this is why I sometimes like a post better. That's a very risky throw if you want to throw it late. But a post would probably be like right around here at the end, and you probably could get away with throwing it. This time right here, first a cover 2, we're just gonna go ahead and run the post this time, and you're gonna see once again pretty much the same exact thing happens. This time we just have our flats wide open. It's pretty much just a money play first everything. These curl flat concepts are very, very good. I like to do out a curl combo. You can run this on the short or the wide side. I'm gonna show you it on the short side because it's a little bit better spacing. All I like to do is go ahead and streak Mike Evans, put my running back again on a little baby out route. We're gonna put Godwin right here on a corner route, which again is why we go ahead and have that slot apprentice ability. We're gonna motion him over. Now on the backside, you can do one of two things, okay? You can go ahead, run the curl flat concept like this. If you want to go ahead, this is a good play right here. You can go ahead, streak your tight end. If you notice they're double mabling a lot, you can go ahead and hit the seams that way. You could also go ahead, delay fade him instead of putting that streak on the field. And this right here is pretty much a money play as well. I go to this play a lot. And we're not going to run it first quarters. We're going to run it first like cover 3, cover 2, whatever, double mabel, doesn't really matter. We're going to go ahead and snap the ball. And we're just pretty much going to wait to see, what's it called? We're going to show it in instant replay, but right there you saw the corner got over like the stock zone. Now obviously they could go ahead, run zone drops and take this away, right? But first, like all stock zones, it will go ahead, get open. Very nice play. You also have our running back in the flat right here for like a stock curl flat, but I just want to show you could hit the corner. Now other reads on the field, you got what's called Antonio Brown right here coming over the middle. This is pretty much if they don't have yellow zones on the field, this will go ahead and be open. It's open right now. We could throw this. I don't know why this lineman is 10 yards down the field, but okay. And then lastly, if the play, you know, just is absolutely just dead, there's nothing open, go ahead, release your tight end. And if it's not manned up, he'll be open right here. And since we're on the topic of, you know, just kind of plays I like to go to, just period. The thing I like to do is go ahead, put, again, Chris Godwin on post this time. We're going to motion him over. And what we're going to do is we're going to curl Mike Evans. We're going to go ahead, drag Gronk, and we're going to go ahead and in route B right here. And we're going to block our running back. Pretty much like a levels concept with the right side and then the left side. It turns into 2 high-low reads too. It's a little bit of a progression type of read. So right here, we're going to go ahead and just go up against like a cover 3. You're going to see we'll have our tight end wide open. We'll go ahead, have R1 open too at the end of the play. And, you know, I don't really like how R1 gets open with no clear out, but I just want to show you kind of what my reads are going into the play. If you're familiar with scat and U-trips, it's pretty much that play right there. We're going to go ahead, look at the post right here. We can throw that relatively easy for cover 3, which I think is probably the most common coverage shell you'll see. And then everything in the middle right here, we got a drag going across. So if they don't have their flats on 5 or 0, you know, we're able to throw that. And if they don't have a curl flat right here, we could eventually throw the curl too if he comes down. And then right behind him, I like this spacing. You see how they're like I don't want to say very far apart, but the user really with this here can go ahead and go right here and go instantly right there. It's pretty much going to be like a tell like, hey, I'm going to this route, or hey, I'm going to this route. And you'll be able to throw one of these guys, especially if they are in that double Mabel like everyone ran last year. And you'll be able to throw one of these little shorter routes right here. So now we're going to be moving on to wide corner right here. One of my favorite plays in the playbook once again. Now I really like to do one of two things right here depending on what I see. If I see match coverage like cover 4 quarters, this is a play I would go to a lot. What I like to do first match is just have an out route on circle right here and streak Godwin. Now on the other side of the field, it's really up to you. For the most part, I'll either do like a curl flat like this, like pretty much we covered exactly what this is good for, or I'll go ahead and like put Mike Evans on like a smoke screen and then my running back on like a smart routed option route. It's pretty much the same thing with like the curl flat concept. Just right here first match, you're going to see this set out route in this tight end corner combo. I'm actually going to spot the D-line because they've been kind of annoying and I've had to cut out a lot of plays. So we're just going to go ahead and snap this right here. And you're going to see the tight end gets absolutely wide open. Now I know Gilmore kind of went with that for a second. It's just stock out route right here, just pulls Gilmore down and we're able to go ahead and throw this tight end. Like you could really throw it right here if you want to be safe. I waited a little bit, probably a little bit too long. And just this, especially if you have a fast tight end though, a corner will never be able to make a play. Like look at the angle he takes too. It's just absolutely terrible. And one play touchdown potential, you know, one play touchdown potential. But I just really like to play first match. And even if we go ahead and go up against zone, like, hey, I thought he was going to be in cover 4 quarters. Say this time, you know, he's in cover 4 drop or whatever, right? So we just played the sticks. Still a good play. So right here, we're going to do the same exact thing. And on the other side, we're going to keep the same concept as well. Just this option route and this little smoke screen. You're going to see, once again, like, hey, the tight end, like, pretty much just gets wide open for like cover 4 drop. It's really just a flood concept at the end of the day. But that out route on the outside receiver really helps beat match. And that's why I like to play so much. Now, other things I like to do out of it, we're going right back to it. I like to streak R1 and run it like double and sail and trips tight end. Now with double and sail, you really had 2 corner routes on the field. And with this, you can't really go ahead and make a new corner route like to your running back or whatever. You could potentially streak them if you want to go ahead and hit the seams like this. Run a play like this where we have Mike Evans on a curl and our running back on a streak. I know it looks like very, very ugly. But if you're facing a blitz, you could also just block your running back. And hey, this is a pretty good play right here. But what I like to do with this is just keep it very simple. This time we're just going to go ahead and put our running back on the little baby in. Now it's pretty similar to the play we ran earlier with the post coming across the middle, and it's just a little bit different. Right here we have a curl flat concept, and then also it's basically like a level concept once again where we have something coming over the middle of the field late. I really like to play. My favorite thing to do though, like I said, is just put an out route right here and do something like this with the backside. And yeah, this is pretty much how I'd run this play. This is a money play first match. It'll absolutely torch it. Now we're getting into some of the weird plays that I just absolutely love. Now weak flood right here. Right here with weak flood, we're pretty much just going to go ahead and run this against like a stock cover 3. I really love this play. Now I run it to the weak side of the field. Let me explain why. I like the spacing towards the end with the circle route. I don't really like it on the wide side, or the wide side of the field, because I just feel like it gets a little bit messy and it messes up the spacing a little bit. Now other things I like besides this end route right here, like the dagger concept, pretty much if you're familiar with speed, dig, and bunch, serves the same purpose. It's like a late read end route that attacks the middle of the field. Now again, I like this play because it's literally just money. Like it's just everything. We're gonna have something open for every single coverage, and you could really run this play stock. Might be one of the best plays in the game stock. Now we could go ahead potentially delay fade our tight end, right? And what's it called? We could potentially delay fade our tight end and run it like this. We could also, if we don't want to tell, we could put our tight end on a crosser. This is like the one time where, hey, I really like tight end apprentice, and then say we go ahead and like drag circle, and we could run it like this, or you know, we could have like a circle on like a smoke screen running back on like an end route like this. Oh dang, something like this too wouldn't be bad as well. So really, it's up to you. If you don't want like the pre-snap motion tell, I'd run it like this. That's what we will do this time. Let me make sure my D-line is spied off. It is, because like I said, they just are very annoying. And right here, I just like, we don't have to go ahead and like complete the pass or whatever, like I just threw like that, whatever, right? I just want to show you how this play works and why I think it's so good. So If you have your running back immediately in the flat, they have to respect that. Whether they're running match, man, whatever, this will beat that. Need like a 5-yard flat or something, right? Then you have this tight end coming over. Should get over the top of every single stock zone. Like obviously right here, you know, it's stock curl flat. I'm blind, whatever, right? I mean, I'm a running back wide open. So they have to go ahead, maybe double Mabel you. So they start to double Mabel you. They double Mabel you, right? Then we have this in route right here coming over. And it keeps the same depth as the crosser. And look at that spacing we have though. Like look how far apart that is. No user is going to be able to just stay in the middle of the field and go ahead and guard both of them. We're moving on to my favorite play in the playbook, mesh. Like just looking at this play, there is so much you can do with it. I really don't know where to start. So I'm just going to start off with my favorite play. It reminds me of Y option wheel so much. You can run to the weak side, run to the strong side, doesn't really matter. What we're going to do is we're going to put square right here on a out route. We're going to go ahead, delay fade our tight end now. If you have hot route master, you can go ahead and put R1 on a crosser. Just streak a circle like this. Now, the post can go ahead and get the job done, but I like to go ahead and have the crosser just to go ahead and get more yards. So we'll just go ahead and run it non-hot route master version. Now, I would recommend double teaming like Judon right here. And we're actually not going to go up against a cover 4 coverage. We're going to go up against cover 3 match. We're going to go ahead and again spot out the D-line just so they aren't annoying. Now the main objective of this play is to go ahead and roll out like this. We're going to go ahead and roll out and hit R1. And that route should get open for literally everything. The only thing that stops that is a double Mabel. And you know what we have on the field? We have a double Mabel beater with the wheel route and the out route. So right here, we're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing. We're going to go ahead and roll out. This time, that's what I wanted to show you right there. First match coverage. It will go ahead and be a one-play touchdown with that wheel route and flat concept. I'm glad it happened that time. It's just sometimes when people get like randomly bumped here and there, the one-play touchdowns don't really happen because again, like randomly getting bumped will go ahead and just mess up the play. This is the main way I want to run it. And that's the reason why I'm in this offense instead of U-trips. Delay fades do not work in U-trips. And I want delay fades, especially versus the blitz. I feel like delay fades are so good. So that's why I switched over to this offense. Now, other things I like to do out of this, we covered this earlier, but going ahead, streaking Mike Evans, put our running back on a little baby out route, R1 on a hitch, circle on a zig. This right here is a play straight from trips tight end. It is absolutely money. You can also go ahead and smart route that tight end if you want a deeper post. Really up to you. It really doesn't matter. But if you want more yards, just go ahead, smart route them. It does do different zone drops though, so just be aware of that, like to take away that play. Right here, this is going to be pretty much everything. If you make the right read, and right here, we're just going to go up against like a cover 3 again, just one more popular defense you'll see. And then right here, you'll see we got the tight end wide open, bang, and we also got a bunch of other things open too that I'll show in the instant replay. So right here, you can also run this to the short or the wide side, doesn't really matter, up to you. Right here, tight end open, bang, relatively easy throw. Right here with the slant, bang, that's open right there. Again, like their user will be in the middle right here. This play is basically destroys double Mabel. They can't double Mabel you. And then right here, we got our hitch, that's getting guarded by a hook curl. And we also have our out route right here that is open. This is an open throw right here. Pass lead that to the right, open. I feel like this play is pretty easy to explain this way. Like it's just pretty much the first read is going to be circle or your running back. If the flat's open, take the flat. If they're double Mabeling you, R1 is going to be wide open. And also they're going to have to make a choice with the tight end or the slant. And I just really love this play. It's absolutely money. We're going to have the corner out on the R1 wide receiver right here. Dang, I can't speak. But you can also smart route him as well and make him a little bit deeper just like this. That's perfect. On the other side of the field, it's really up to you what you want to do. You can go ahead and keep the wheel route and the out route like this. If you're facing pressure, you can block your running back and put a square right here on an in route. And this right here is a perfectly fine play. I really like this play, especially first up blitz, first pressure. It's very good. Other things you can do with this, because I don't really want to spend a whole lot of time on this play because I feel like I've explained this so much. It's pretty much just like a flood concept, right? Like your R1 is supposed to get over all the stock zones, and it's a high-low read, and then you have this person coming over the middle of the field as a late read, like, hey, they're double Mabeling me. Hey, I got square wide open. Other thing you can do, though, you can motion over Goblin, and run this play like the scout play we covered earlier. This time we'd go ahead and run it like this, like the 2 drags or the drag in the end route, so it's a little bit better spacing like this. This right here is a deeper post that you can't really get with, say, Hot Route Master, so it's pretty nice to have. Right here, you're gonna see right here, we're gonna go ahead and try to roll out, and you'll see we do have Godwin wide open. You can also run the wheel route play like that and smart route the post when he's motioned over. And mesh is literally, I think this is the best play in the playbook. There's a lot more stuff I could do, but I don't want to make this video a whole hour. So next up right here, we got shallow cross. I like to run shallow cross, not even close to the way it's set up right now. So what I like to do is go ahead and put R1 on an out route and then go ahead and smart route him like this. I like to fade circle like this, and I like to keep the mesh concept right there. You could go ahead and do something like this and just have like flats, and again, this is pretty much a flood concept. This reminded me of bunch flood, the end route, the little running back route. You could also go ahead, if you have backfield mismatch, do a block and release hook, and this is basically flood from bunch. Just a good way to attack match coverage, good way to attack a lot of things. Like right here, first cover 4 quarters, I'm just gonna go ahead and snap the ball, and you're gonna see R1 right here just gets absolutely wide open. It's just a good play to mix in here and there, especially if they are going to match coverage. Next play I want to cover, we got 2 plays left, is slot fade. Now slot fade is very good first cover 2, do not get me wrong, but the main thing I like about this play is square right here. This route, it's a fade stop, and I like to smart route it to get like a very, very deep curl, and just go ahead and put my running back on like a little baby out like this. And that's really the main read of this play. Now if you see cover 2, obviously this R1 route is absolutely going to destroy cover 2. But like on the other side, other things you can do, you could really make this play basically a flood towards the middle of the field. And what I mean by that is going ahead, put your tight end on a curl, R1 right here on a hitch, and then also circle right here on a little zig route right like this right here. So you're pretty much flooding the middle of the field. This right here, perfectly fine play. We also have like a smash concept right here. It's a little bit different than some of the other stuff we covered, and again, that slot apprentice on R1 really would help. And you could put your tight end on a streak. You could make your tight end the corner on this play and put R1 on a streak, but pretty much it serves the same purpose. This is a little bit better for cover 2 than cover 3. So something like this we could also run, and I'll show this versus cover 2 this time. And right here, the main thing we want to show is square, and also just R1 just absolutely torches, and circle will get underneath the cloud flood as well. So we could really throw like so much stuff on this play. Right here, I want to show off this curl route right here. This is versus stock cloud. You'll see that it gets to a point where like stock zones just will not cover it. He comes down. This is just absolutely money right here. Other side of the field, you'll see pretty much as he's breaking, if we pass lead this up, the ball will go right here, and that's a completion. You do see Gilmore coming back though. If we wanted to make this really better, I'll go ahead and streak our tight end as well to kind of push the deep half a little bit. This time right here, we'll just run cover 2 one last time right here, and you'll see that it makes that throw a lot easier, a lot safer, and pretty much a cover 2-1 play. Now for the final play, we're going to be going over verticals, and there's really 2 things I like about this play. It's the tight end on basically a deeper crosser, and we're going to run it pretty similar to how we've run other plays. This time we're going to put R1 on a curl and circle on a zig route. And this right here is, again, we're flooding the left side of the field, but attacking the middle on the right side too. So we'll just run this real simple for cover 3, and you'll see it just gets over all the stock zones. And this tight end route is pretty money. Bang, gets into a spot where no default zone is going to guard it. So very good play. Other thing I like to do with verts is a little bit nasty, I'm not gonna lie to you. So what we're gonna do is we could keep this tight end route. We could delay fade him too, but for the most part, we're just gonna go ahead and put him on a drag, our running back on an in route, just to create a little mesh concept. Circle right here on a curl, and then we're gonna motion over Godwin. Now, you see why I like this route so much is it pretty much turns into a corner or a fade. But this time right here, we're going to motion him over, and you're going to see he should go ahead and run this fade. And right here, we snap the ball, and he will go ahead, and he ran the corner out. So it's pretty much just very similar to a curl combo, just has the potential for a 1-play touchdown. I know we got sacked. I just want to show this right here real quick, and you'll see gets over top of the stock zones as well. A deep corner play this time. It just kind of depends like what the game is thinking, I guess, which it is a little bit annoying, I would say. Like, you would really like it to be consistent fade or whatever. We could also motion over, if we want a consistent fade, we can motion over circle and verticals and keep the play the exact same way. But yeah, that's pretty much been my new favorite offense, my off-meta offense. This is like literally my creation, and I'm gonna be updating this. I was thinking about updating my Patriots one, but I just think the meta is so stale, like bunch. And you don't even really see trip sighting a lot, but it's really just like bunch and 3-5 wide. So anything that's not bunch and 3-5 wide, I would say is off meta. But yeah, man, I hope y'all did enjoy this video. This offense is just so fun. I don't really have like the craziest one play beaters or whatever, right? But it's just a fun offense to run. It's something different. And like I said, it's an off meta thing that you can be you could be really successful with. And I will be updating this Cardinals playbook with a little kind of things here and there with other certain formations I like that I can audible to from this wide trips week. But yeah, man, I hope y'all did enjoy this video. If you did and you stayed in, I know this was a longer video, but I appreciate y'all clicking onto the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you did enjoy. But other than that, man, has been your boy Dill. Now, peace, y'all.